Welcome, Wand Stars.
And fellow YouTubians and
Yes,
Zoomies.
new, the new Zoomies that we've just figured out. Are you ready to be the being that you were born to be? I know I am. What about you, Cynthia?
Yeah, I am.
What's with that? What's with that face? Yeah, I am. I just think it's really cool that I actually get to interview you today. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know why you're excited about that. I live a pretty boring, mundane, normal
Okay,
life.
but no. Stop that. Okay, stop that. Okay, you are the one that started Tea with the Universe, and you are the one that's getting people to come and visit you and share their stories about their awesomeness. So, hey, Delia,
Hi.
beautiful. So, can I get you to mute yourself, my friend, for right now? Thank you.
What is a doodle?
Oh, now Doodle wants in the video too.
He does. He wants something.
Well, he wants to say hi because he can hear my voice.
Could
But
be.
what I'm saying, Cynthia, is because you celebrate everybody else's success, I would like to help celebrate yours. Because, like I keep telling you, you're kind of a big deal, and you do awesome stuff. So I would like you to share with us what you do. Don't say I'm boring and I live a boring life, because you do really cool stuff.
Well, thank
What do
you.
you do? Tell me.
What do I do?
Yes.
Doodle. Um, a few things. I own the Weekly Wand, which is a spiritual publication local to Edmonton.
Hmm.
I also own Wandware Creations, where I make the majority of it is upcycled. It's all energy infused jewelry,
Hmm.
handcrafted. I have Tea with the Universe,
Hmm.
which is a little segment where I invite people on to, I highlight local, and I guess not so much local now that I have to do it by Zoom. I guess I can have anyone join in. So I highlight like-minded people, I guess, or not even like-minded people, just anyone that wants to share what they are, who they are, what they do with
Hmm.
my family, my tribe, my people.
So tell us about your people. What do you mean your people?
Well, the Wand Stars.
Okay, so if somebody just tuning in and watching this now, if they don't know what the wand is, please explain what that is, because that's pretty
Oh,
epically cool.
I can do better than that. I can show you.
Wow, look at that.
So it's just a tiny little publication
Hmm.
that is very hard to find right now because everyone is on lockdown or
Yeah.
self-isolation or quarantine, whatever we want to call it. However, you can still get it on the web page www.theweeklywand.ca, and there is the Weekly Wand on Facebook, which is completely different information. Like we have affirmations on there, we have live stream readings by Lynn on there, we have memes. It's more of a place for everyone to interact.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so if people, I mean, I know the answer to this story, but if people don't know you, can you maybe share with us how you came about to start the Weekly Wand? Just because, I mean, it's a spiritual publication. Why did you decide to do a spiritual publication?
About, I think it was the summer of 2018. Brian and I were driving out to a girlfriend's house, and on the way out there, I was having one of my moments where I wanted to know what I was supposed to be doing. And, I was in a rut and stuck and didn't know which path I was supposed to take. So I turned to him and I said, "What am I supposed to do?" And he said, "Why don't you just start a newspaper?" And I said, "Okay." And
So
about 30 seconds later, the Weekly Wand was born.
that's beautiful. So, but do you have some, media background, journalism background?
Yes, I do. I do
Okay.
have a
Because, I mean,
journalism background. I have public relations background. I have a marketing background.
so you kind of know a little bit about a lot of stuff, or you know a lot of stuff about a little bit. I don't know, whichever way you want to look at it, right?
I know a little bit about a few things.
Yeah, some stuff, hey.
Yeah.
So when it comes to tea with the universe, I remember I was at your house one day when we were visiting,
Hmm.
and you said you're gonna have tea with the universe. So can you explain to people what that means?
Well, for me, what that means is going within and just going to that place, sitting with, let me think, how can I word this? Quieting the mind and going within and listening to that voice that lives deep within the silence, and just having a conversation. Like I do a lot of astral traveling. So tea with the universe on that scale is actually going out into the universe and having a conversation with the universe, which in essence is really just quieting the mind and going deep within and listening to whatever's going on in the silence. So
Okay, so for somebody watching this that has no idea what you're talking about, because I mean, there might be some people out there that are like, how do you quiet the mind? Do you have any suggestions or recommendations that, they could do to help quiet their mind to go within?
definite meditation. Meditate with, I mean, YouTube has millions of wonderful meditations. Or if you go to the Weekly One Facebook page, I haven't put a meditation up in a long time, but I have meditations there that I've done. Or just someplace quiet. I mean, it's different for everyone, but it's just sitting there, not try not to think about anything. It gets easier as time goes by. Even if the first time you do it, it's 4 or 5 seconds, and then 10 seconds, and then 20 seconds. You just, in time, you get to where your mind is quiet.
Okay. So, hmm, I'm just thinking, what else do you do? You do so many things, really. No, you do. I mean, I'm just lucky that I get to call you my friend and I know this, so it's a little bit easier to interview you. But, um, huh, question. What was your last conversation with the universe? That's a good question.
It was this morning or last
Hmm.
night, I guess. There really is no time. The last one I remember
Okay.
was uh, we actually discussed my stance on what's going on in the world.
And how did that go?
It went really well. Actually, I realized that I am not knowledgeable enough to share my point of view at this point because I have to educate myself a little more. So
Okay,
it went really, really well. I learned a lot.
that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's so awesome. And now you're on the next kick of going to do the research to figure out that which is in your head, right?
Mm-hmm. And I
That's
mean, I'm taking a spirit guide or a
right.
soul purpose, not spirit guide, more of a soul purpose course right now.
That's beautiful. Please
So
tell me about that.
there's not a lot to say so far. I mean, today I actually introduced doing yoga again. So my routine has changed a little bit from what it was 2 weeks ago because I get up now, I do um, a different morning meditation, then I do my gratitude. I send out love. I do my 3 questions to the universe. Then I go into a quick little 7-minute workout just to warm everything up. And then from that, I go into some pranayama breathing and then into yoga where I continue my breathing. And then I start my day.
That sounds awesome.
It is
Sounds
awesome. And it's little simple steps that add up to make the huge changes. I'm actually on day 5 of only eating raw foods
nice.
and like completely vegan, just raw foods, just fruits and vegetables right now.
And how's that going
Yeah.
for you?
Um, it's perfect during the day. In the
Hmm.
evening, around between 5 and 7, which is when I would normally eat dinner. So I'm used to having
Yeah.
meat and potatoes and all of that. So when I crave it then, but I'm doing really well with it.
So you're working on cleansing your body then.
Absolutely. Cleansing my body, my mind, my
Excellent.
spirit, everything.
You take part in that global meditation last night.
Of course.
I know you did. I don't even know why I asked. But okay, so could I get you to share what you felt throughout the meditation? Because I know I've talked to a few different people and everybody's soul was like on fire and their cells in their body were lit up and tingling. And what did you feel?
Um, Energy
Hmm.
and the tingling, but the goosebumps, the tingling, the energy, the love of everyone coming together. The What I've noticed, not just with this meditation, but leading up to it in the last few days, that I feel all I'm really going to share about it is something that I think was created to tear us apart is doing the opposite. Instead of dividing and conquering, it's
Yeah,
bringing people together. So,
I truly believe that too. I truly believe that it is bringing us all together on a deeper level because if it was to, yeah, I'm gonna bite my tongue now. But yes, I believe it's bringing everybody together, and it's going to be beautiful because if we don't change how we're doing things, we're going to have the same patterns. So the time is now. We need to make a choice. I seen a post, evolve or die.
mhm. But
I'm
I mean,
choosing
in
to
order
evolve.
to evolve, you have to die, right? So, I mean, if you're looking at it in that sense, it's either evolve or stay the same. And I don't think you can stay the same with where we're headed. So,
Well, and that's why there happens to be so many people choosing to leave the earth right now.
mhm.
It's sad that that there is so many deaths, and please, I'm not disregarding anything, but yes, I mean, I send out as much love as I can to everybody that is
Absolutely.
suffering, right?
Mhm.
um I'm wondering, Dalia, do you happen to have any questions for the fabulous Miss Cynthia? Because
Mm.
I think you two get along so well, but you got to unmute yourself.
Yes, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was super last minute and I'm super happy to be here. um I actually had a question about your the raw diet that you're doing. What does that all kind of consist of?
Right now, just greens. And
Really?
yeah, and well, lemon and ginger as well, but just greens, strictly greens with added lemon and ginger.
So would that be like edamames and stuff? Like you just don't cook any of the food that you're eating?
No, I do shakes and I'll have salads or with anything green, spinach, lettuce, edamame, uh, cucumber, celery. It's just strictly greens right now. And I also do shakes. So I
Mhm.
do protein shakes that have proteins and minerals and vitamins. So I'm getting everything in my shakes as well.
That's so amazing. Are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Like for like a consciousness thing or?
Um, like I said, I just started a soul purpose course. And during my first week, sitting with the universe, having a conversation, having tea with the universe, um, I received this message to go raw just for the month of April, to try it out for the month of April. And then entering in to my second week in this course, as I was reading through the module, I found that that was actually one of the recommendations. So I was ahead. The universe was speaking to me before even getting into that module.
Wow. And
Mm-hmm.
what do you think is gonna happen to you like physiologically and spiritually and stuff? Like why do you think that the universe recommended that kind of diet?
Um, to clear my mind, to get rid of the brain fog, the mental fog.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you think that like a raw vegan diet will help to get rid of the fog? Like do you think that like food has um like a vibration to it, like animal products and stuff? Do you feel like they kind of like cloud you a bit?
No, I do feel food has a vibration to it, and I do feel that I can, if I'm eating something, I can sense the energy of that animal in that food. But even more so before I eat it, before I purchase it, I have a higher, I don't know, a 10th sense maybe where I can connect to things. So I don't generally put things into my body that would cloud my judgment. However, I feel that this is something I need to do right now to move forward. I can't tell you why. I just know that it's something that the universe has suggested I try, and I'm doing it.
That's really cool. I look forward to hearing how it all goes for you at the end of the month and
Thank
how like
you.
you experienced it. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Do you have any other questions for Miss Cynthia?
No, not right now.
No, I don't. That's cool. No, I truly appreciate you, Cynthia, in that the one day that, you said you're gonna have tea with the universe and we said, let's do it. I looked at you and said, I think this is what you have to do. Um, it was just magical how everything has come together and you've put it out there to have guests on the show and people are just reaching out to you and now you have another way to do this because you figured it out on Zoom. I don't even
Good.
I don't even know I don't even know how to do this, but you figured it out. So, and you're the one that says you're not technologically inclined, but you sorted it out and you made it happen so that people can do. I mean, because yeah, just because
Well, I'm not sure if it's actually working. Did you log in through the Facebook link, Daphne?
Julia, yeah, I logged in through the Facebook link for sure.
So that did work. And Dahlia, you did as well?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I,
maybe today just wasn't a good day for viewers. I'm not sure.
I think because you have to log into it, people might just be going to the Facebook page and thinking they're
Maybe.
going to see it just playing, but because it's recording, they'd have to log into it to be
Hmm.
able to get to see it. So after we're done, then you can post it to the
Yeah.
page. So, I mean, so if people just aren't there and didn't click on the link to log in, then that's just
They can watch the
the little
replay.
right. And if they
Yeah.
have any questions, comments, or anything else, they can put it down in the chat window and you'll
Absolutely.
get back to them. And
Oh, and something else I should add is I do energy and card readings as
yes,
well.
please tell us about that.
Eh, I just do transcendent card and energy readings. Oracle, unicorn.
Okay, so what does that? But what does that mean? What does that mean?
I think that anyone that gets readings knows what that means.
Okay, but if somebody didn't know what that means, how could you explain it? For the
Um,
people out there, for the people out there watching the replay and saying, "What's a reading? I want to go see Cynthia because she's got a great smile and she looks like an awesome lady. What's she gonna do for me? You tell me that."
well, I would feel into your aura.
And how do
And
you do that?
I don't know. I just do it. It's just a gift that I have. I have no words to explain it. And if you're attracted to me in that sense, you don't really ask me how I do it or what I do. You just know that we meet on a different level and I can give you something that I don't want to say are lacking because it's not something you're lacking, but I can take you to the place where you can find the answers within, I
That's
guess.
beautiful.
Yeah, I guess that's the way to put it.
No, and you know what? I love that answer because people would always ask me, "How do you do what you do, Daphne?" I just do it. I
Yeah.
just connect. And I know Julia knows what I'm saying when I say that. But
Well, and that's
yeah,
just it, right? People know and that's what I've told people before when I've been at psychic fairs or
yeah.
out doing readings, and there's two or three people to choose from,
Hmm.
and someone stands there and says, "I don't know who to go to." I've often said, "Well, just quiet the mind and go to the one that you feel drawn to."
Yeah.
Because you're going to have that connection. And there are
Yep.
times people don't have a connection with me, and gladly recommend them to someone else. And there are times
Yep.
when people have phenomenal connections with me. So it's a mutual connection.
Yeah.
So if you
That's
feel it,
awesome.
you do. And if you don't, you don't.
So what are you looking forward to most this summer? Spirit just told me to ask you that. So,
Hanging out in my backyard, swimming.
oh, you have a pool back there?
I will this summer.
I didn't know that. I guess I'll be coming over.
I hope so.
Well, I hope so too. Delia, you should see her yard. It's amazing. Just saying. Um, it is. It's like Narnia. It's totally cool. The fairies hide it. If you don't know where it is, you won't find it. It's really cool. It's
And
really
while I'm
cool.
drinking my tea, I just want to give a shout
Oh,
out
yes.
to my good friend and local entrepreneur, Melissa from Hayward's Eclectic. Today I'm drinking green mint tea. It's so good. And let me read. It is the strong, intoxicating fragrance of mint combined with the refreshing hint of lime are the perfect complement to a sweet jasmine green tea. Sorry, the writing is tiny and I can't see. So
You
yeah,
did
thank
good.
you, Melissa. And when I share this on Facebook, I'll put her contact information in the comments so that
For
anyone that
sure.
wants to get tea can.
For sure. That's awesome. Her tea is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love her tea.
It is.
So, what do you have? Do you have any events, or I guess you wouldn't have any events coming up, but
I
do you
do
have
have
anything
online events.
excellent? Okay, fill us in. Tell us about it.
So there's an Artisans of Alberta online market and auction April 18th and 19th. I will
Oh,
have products there. So I'm
excellent.
actually putting up 10 bracelets,
Cool.
and I'm going to include with each purchase a reading with each bracelet. So whatever
Beautiful.
doesn't sell, I believe on the 18th will be put up for auction on the 19th, so then you can bid on it.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm also going to include, this was something that the universe and I spoke about, I guess, 2 or 3 days ago, and then again this morning. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it. It's not something I've ever done before, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to have 5 secret grab bags that you can bid on where you can make your own bracelet. So all the beads,
Perfect.
everything is going to be a surprise to whoever makes it.
That's awesome. That
Yeah.
sounds like so much fun.
So it'll be a surprise grab bag. So that's going on April 18th, 19th on the Artisans of Alberta Market and Auction Facebook page.
Okay.
So I'll include that. And then on April 23rd, Lynn will be doing live stream readings on our Facebook page as well.
The weekly one. Okay.
Yeah. And then I have, as usual, every Sunday, Tea with the Universe. And then on my Tea with the Universe YouTube page, I also have my horoscopes on there, or my energy scopes that I write. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Sounds
and I
like
have
you're
a
going to be
few
keeping
little
busy.
things that I keep saying I'm going to do a Tea with Universe live reading on the Weekly One Facebook page, but I haven't done it yet.
Mm-hmm. But one day when the universe says it's time, you will.
I will, absolutely.
Just not yet, and that's okay. So
No,
people will
and
just have people will just have to stay tuned.
yeah, and I know I'm forgetting something. I always do, and when I log off, I'm like, that's what I was supposed to say. That's what I was supposed to
Well,
say.
okay, so I didn't actually talk about what I do because I don't normally do that, but I'm practicing because I'm an energy healer and I work with animals and people to release and let go that which they no longer want to carry. So be it emotional pain or physical pain, I help them feel better. I also design and make crystal healing jewelry like you. I upcycle a lot of this stuff as well. And I, also infuse it with healing energy. And that's what I love so much about what we do, Cynthia,
Mm.
is your stuff is so breathtakingly beautiful. And my stuff is beautiful. And they each have such a different energy that, I
Well,
mean,
they do, and
I
that's
love it.
the phenomenal thing is if something of mine doesn't resonate with someone, but I know they're looking for something, I can send them to you, or I
Well,
can
and that's what
send them. Yeah,
that's what we do, right? It's not about competition. Like, it was funny, there was one market that I was at and the lady asked me about your business. I was like, yes, please, please put her beside me because we're
I
friends and
remember
we'd have so
that.
much fun. Yeah, you know. So I mean, it's all about working together and being stronger and coming together. And I believe that's what's happening now, is that we are all coming together for the greater good of everything.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. And the more I learn, the more questions I have, and that being with what's going on.
Mhm.
So I try not to listen to the news and
Me
to
too.
listen to the negativity and everything that's going on. However, I do watch a little bit of it just so that I can take that and compare it with my feelings and with where I
Hmm.
am and
Yep.
with what I'm doing in here and out here.
Hmm.
And I find that that helps guide me to where I need to be.
Which
If
is awesome.
if that makes sense. I mean, it because
Well,
I wholeheartedly believe what we focus on we manifest. What we
oh, for sure,
manifest,
one
we,
thousand percent.
you know, that's how it is. And I see big changes, and I see, yeah, that's all that's all I want to share. But
Yep. I'm
I
focusing on I'm focusing on being grateful for staying healthy. That's what I'm focusing on right now. And I'm focusing on the quality time I get to spend with my family, and looking outside the box at different ways to connect with people. I mean, I've started a healing circle. I could tell you about that. The healing circle
absolutely,
opens.
we have 4 minutes before it's going to shut down on us.
Okay, well, I don't even need 4 minutes. It's just every week we do a healing circle online on Friday evenings from 7 till 9. And people just tap into the Zoom link that's going to be there too. So it's called the Healing Circle page. If you would like to be a part of it, just reach out to me and I'll get you on there.
And you can add
Um,
that information on Facebook. Once I post this over there, you can put it
okay,
in the comments as well.
okay, okay. We'll make that happen too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, is there any last words that you have that you'd like to share with us of your wisdom before we get cut off?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining me on this journey, because if you knew me a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and you know me now, you would see how much I have grown. And even if you only met me 2 or 3 months ago, you would still see how much I have grown. And I am very much loving the journey.
You are a big deal, and you're stepping
So
into
you
that
tell me.
You are. And I'm excited to see your wings spread and fly. It's going to be
Me
magical.
too. I think we've got some huge things in store.
We do, and I'm excited.
Me too.
So people need to stay tuned to the Weekly Wand page so that when you decide to do, or when the universe tells you it's time to do the readings, so that they can tap into the readings. And we'll make sure we get all that information down in the link after you post the video.
Yes, thank you so much for joining me, Daphne, for being my guest. Thank you, Dahlia, for joining us today. Much appreciated. Thank you, everyone else, for tuning in and catching the replay. Much love and namaste. Thank you.